Hi, this is Baker Searles from Mechanical Simulation. The Vehicle Sim Dynamics plugin allows you to integrate industry-standard professional vehicle dynamics tools, car sim and truck sim, into your simulation that utilizes the power of the Unreal Engine. Blueprints are an Unreal Engine visual scripting system that allows for rapid prototyping and complex behavior without requiring deep programming knowledge. This video will show you how to work with blueprints to retrieve model data that can be used for animation or to feed into your other simulation components. To follow along, you'll need to install the Unreal Engine and grab the example plugin project from the user section of carsim.com. To start off, let's examine the wheels for the truck in the demo scene. You'll want to make sure you have a copy of TruckSim running or a license manager active so the model will be able to initialize. The demo project defaults to having the truck turned off, so let's deactivate the car and activate the truck. To deactivate the car, two steps need to be taken. The first is to turn off Auto Possess on the demo vehicle pawn, which means that when the simulation is started, the pawn will be assigned to human control. So we'll change that value from player 0 to disabled. Next, we'll edit the car sim movement component of the demo vehicle pawn and disable the vehicle sim vehicle. This will stop the math model from activating on startup for that sedan. Now let's head over to the truck pawn and do the reverse for that one. So auto possess to player 0 and enable the vehicle sim vehicle. From the details pane, there's a handy shortcut to open the blueprint editor on this class, the truck sim demo vehicle pawn. Let's do that now. If we pan out with the mouse wheel, you can see that there are a lot of moving parts here. Each box represents an event, function call, or data. The lines between the components denote the flow of data or execution path. You can use the C key to create an outer comment box for better organization. The leftmost red boxes represent incoming events that are invoked from outside of this module. Let's review these real quick. Event begin play is invoked whenever the simulation is started. It's a good place to put things that only need to happen once at the beginning of a run. Event tick is called before each rendered visual frame of the simulation. You'll notice it includes a parameter, which is the time delta since the last time tick was called. Lastly, you'll see events that are called on particular key presses. The tab key is used to cycle through the cameras attached to the pawn, and the R key can be used to manually reset the vehicle. If we look closer at the block commented with spawn tire instances within the begin play event, we'll see that the blueprint has 4 loops needed to create the tire instances and attach them to the truck pawn. The first loop will query the movement component for how many units are set up. The second will inspect how many axles are on that unit. The third loops over the 2 sides of the vehicle. And finally, the fourth loop will optionally create dual tires if specified. The inner loop will spawn a tire actor, which we've created as a separate blueprint class. All of the pins on the left side of the function are parameters needed to create a tire. So this blueprint provides indices for the axle, side, unit, and tire. A reference to the movement component is provided, and you'll notice the class is set to the tire class I mentioned before. You can click on the magnifying glass icon to find the blueprint class in the content browser. Right-clicking on the tire class in the content browser will bring up the blueprint for the tire. The event graph in the tire class shows only 2 events are handled. Begin play is set to call flip tire, a function that belongs to this blueprint. Right-clicking on the function and selecting go to definition will show us that this blueprint rotates the tire about the local z-axis depending on which side it is attached to, so the wheel is oriented correctly. The tick event gets the world transformation for this particular tire from the car sim movement component, and that's how it's animated. Back to the truck blueprint. The returned instance has its mesh set to the highway steer tire mesh for rendering purposes. Collision is turned off for this actor, as by default handling the contact patch is automatically taken care of from the solver model directly to the Unreal environment. This tire is for visual representation only. Finally, the tire actor is attached to the truck actor. The blueprint for the truck itself does nothing directly through the tick event, as the tires are animating themselves. So that's how the tires are spawned and animated based on your model data. Join me in part 2 of the Blueprint series to see how you can add custom data to your model and access it from a blueprint. Please visit carsim.com or check out our YouTube channel for content on a variety of topics. Thanks for watching.